hide the fucking kids.
Let's fucking go. Welcome back to episode 2 of Don Talk. What's going on, man? Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. As usual, my name's Permanent Don.
Man, I go by Roll Your Boat.
Oh man,
You call me Ro for short.
I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen this episode, but we're gonna get through it.
Hey.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Yo, shouts out to everybody that sent me feedback from the first episode and showed mad love. It was weird because like we like put the podcast out there and like said that we were doing it, but like I didn't think like many people would like actually go listen to it. Like even though it was like 18 minutes long, like 18 minutes is still a long ass time. Like
after the first episode, I came to a realization that I don't know how to accept compliments. I feel like people were reaching out and saying some positive shit, and my response was just like,
he was like, thanks.
I felt good about it though. I just couldn't. I don't know. It was shit.
Yeah, because we were texting each other and was like, yo, like how do you feel about all this? Like,
right.
I felt like we were just trying to like get answers from each other, but it was like we like kind of knew it was a good episode. Like I said, a lot of people gave us feedback of like, how we should do shit, but it wasn't a lot of negative things from the first episode. And the first episode was kind of like we just did it and like the conversation came, but like a lot of people like was quoting you a lot, like what you was saying about, you was like, you by yourself, like you ain't got your uncle and your.
It made me feel like I gotta come up with some admirable shit to say. Man. I gotta motherfucking.
Yo, niggas was eating that shit up. They was like, yeah, Rome was talking that hot shit or some like OG shit. I was like, all right, niggas, like don't pipe his head because he'll just be saying anything on the podcast.
Bro, right. Hey, listen, it's all from the heart, and it's facts. No cap in my rap.
It was definitely facts, but
no cap.
Yeah, man. I mean, I feel like because a lot of people were like, what's the second episode going to be about? What are the topics going to be about? And it's just kind of like, it's like whatever the fuck we want to talk about that day. Or like,
I mean, I think it's like, how do you even come up with that? Like, yeah. we not a scary novel podcast. Like, we don't tell scary stories, you know what I mean? We're not a sports podcast. It's like, how do the freelancers like us come up with a planned schedule to, you know what I mean, certain topics to talk about or want to go over.
Yeah, and I feel like it's like we can't just like dedicate ourselves to one thing, because like as males, like we could easily talk about sports 24/7, but like
I agree.
I feel like so many people like fucked with the first episode too, where it's like we're gonna have to like like we set the bar so fucking high the first episode.
Can't even reach that shit.
It's like we didn't even try to.
Fuck. I don't know. Nah, it was real good, and I think it's good we set the bar pretty high for ourselves. It's going to make us work harder. You know what I mean? We definitely don't want to let nobody down. Anybody takes the time out to listen to us, just rant, you know what I mean, and just speak about certain things. We appreciate that from the bottom of our hearts, and we'll try to keep bringing you that same entertainment and joy throughout this podcast. Like, there's no switching up on anybody.
Yeah, so like people that were like asking what the topics are going to be about, I'm pretty sure each week like there might be like a main topic or like main discussion point that like we want to talk about that like probably happens. So like if the versus battles happen, like I know like those are coming up, and like Keisha Cole and Ashanti was supposed to do it, but they didn't do it because they had COVID.
Yeah.
So it's like,
which one had COVID?
Huh?
Was it Keisha Cole that had COVID?
No, it was Ashanti that had COVID, and it was like by like the last hour or some shit, and it was like, nah, we're calling it off.
You think it's real?
Do I think it's real? Yeah, probably.
Like, who do you think was gonna win that?
I thought Keisha Cole was gonna win that.
I agree. I was on the Keisha Cole plane.
Yeah, because I don't. I mean, like, of course, like we know Ashanti songs, but it's,
I mean, Rain.
Keisha Cole got that.
Ashanti, Rain on Me.
Yeah, but no.
I'm just saying that's it. That's all I got. I could. She would really
Really?
surprise me with her verses. I'm sure there's many other songs, but like
I
off the
think-
top of my head
I
right
think a lot of
now, I can
songs.
only think of Rain.
No, yeah, she has a couple. She has a couple. I don't know. Keisha, I feel like I don't know. She was more dedicated to music. I don't know if that makes sense. Like it's Keisha.
She was
Cole.
more dedicated to music.
Like I feel like
You
my
wanna
mom
elaborate
played.
on that?
I mean, my mom played Keisha Cole all the time. Like your mom
Right, yeah.
either played Keisha Cole.
Honestly, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something about my mom and related to Keisha Cole, but I didn't want it to sound weird. But you broke the ice.
Oh no, I feel like everybody's mom either played Mary J. Blige, Keisha Cole. What are some other ones?
I always seen Queen Latifah growing up on my house.
Really?
Like, not music wise, but like on television.
Oh yeah.
I always see Queen.
What's the
Latifah.
other lady's name? I feel kind of bad because I can't think of her name right now.
Who? Janet
Monique.
Jackson.
Nah, Monique.
Lauren Hill.
Why are you?
Speaking of Janet Jackson, she was
What's-
violated and sexually assaulted.
By who?
What do you mean at that Super Bowl performance? Justin Timberlake.
I thought her joint fell off. Like I thought it was a wardrobe malfunction.
That shit was snatched. It was looked like somebody ripped a do-rag off of fucking Kai's head early morning. She got violated. And
Yo.
she was like banned from the fucking Super Bowl.
But how you gonna make a joke and then try to say like she was violated? Like
she was.
But you like made a joke like I'm over here laughing and shit. So she was violated. Like it's supposed to be a serious.
Was it
subject.
Justin Timberlake? I don't want to bash Justin Timberlake if it wasn't him. I felt like it was him. And Janet Jackson was violated. Like she was banned from all Super Bowl.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's always wardrobe malfunctions though.
That's what I'm saying. Like she got to get banned for life from Super Bowls. Like no cheerleader on the Cowboys ever popped a tit, like slipped a nip one time.
Popped
Fucking
it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Super Bowl's pretty fucking big. Like, it's a lot of people watching. But like, yeah, they can't. I never knew that. I thought it was just. I didn't know she got banned. I'm not gonna cap. I didn't know she got banned for life for that.
She got banned for like she would never perform at a halftime show again.
I mean, let's be honest. Like, who performs more than once if you're not like Beyonce or like
Pitbull.
That's false.
What?
I gotta look that up.
Look this up.
There's no way Pitbull.
Craig, look this shit up, Craig.
There's no way Pitbull performed more than once at the Super Bowl.
Bro, I think Pitbull probably performs once every 4 years.
Mr. 305, nigga.
Yo, Pitbull got a bald head.
How many times did Pitbull? There's no way, bro. You're chatting right now.
I'm not. Pitbull performed the Super Bowl multiple times.
Niggas listen to this be like, nigga, Pitbull did not perform more than twice.
Hey man, Pitbull definitely performed the Super Bowl. I could be
Yo,
drunk.
look, I look it up. I said, how many times did Pitbull perform at the Super Bowl? The first article heading is, Pitbull fans want to know why he was missing from the Jennifer Lopez performance.
I had that confused with something else. It was not Pitbull. I retract my statement.
I don't think Pitbull never performed at the Super Bowl.
Bro, Pitbull is always performing. Like Good Morning
no.
America concerts and shit.
For sure.
The
He's a
man
friendly-
be booked. I never seen a Pitbull album cover.
He's a friendly face.
I don't even know what Pitbull albums names would be.
Yeah, you can ask me. Like, if somebody had a gun in my head and said, name a Pitbull album.
Right.
I don't know. I'm dead.
Bang. They go
Say
play
it.
a Chief Keef one. Bang.
say a lyric. Nigga, I don't
Does
fucking know.
Pitbull make dog references in his like? I don't even know
Like-
a fucking song by Pitbull.
Like DMX.
This is yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna just go back to what I was saying. I don't know any songs by Pitbull. If and this is like a multi-million-dollar successful artist who is on televised. I mean, he reaches out to a different community, of course.
Well, I think the thing with him is the reason why he's so big is because
Stay-at-home moms. That's exactly what it is. Suburban stay-at-home moms. They like fucking Pitbull. And the other motherfucker who's on Good Morning America. What is that? The football player. You know who I'm talking about? The guy.
Michael Strahan.
The stay-at-home moms.
Michael Strahan.
They keep them two fucking on TV all the time.
Well,
it don't make no sense. Why is Michael Strahan on Good Morning America?
He's a great guy. He's a great
guy.
Yeah, everybody. You gotta have that black guy in media that you like. Look at Wayne Brady.
Excuse me?
Look at Wayne Brady. He's that one black guy that all whites love.
Right.
Name me a black guy white people love more than Wayne Brady.
A black guy white people love more than Wayne Brady.
Wayne Brady. Name me one.
I would have to say Michael Jordan or...
It's tough. There's not many.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
There's not many.
That's a tough one. Wayne fucking Brady. Yeah. You got that.
But going back to the Super Bowl part, just to talk about the NFL real quick. Did you see the offensive lineman from the Raiders, his face mask?
Yeah, it had the fist.
Yo,
like engraved in the form. Yeah, that's crazy.
Fire. I never knew you could do that with face masks.
Me either.
Like at all. And then I was I was talking about
I think that should be like definitely distributed more across players.
For sure. I felt like a couple more players on the Raiders team, if they don't already, should have that. Like I'm still in that if I see that. That's fire.
Right. I feel like a lot of people across the league should just be getting their face masks replaced with something.
Yeah, I mean, because like I said, I forget who I was talking to, but we were talking about like the social injustice shit, how like the NBA like really handled it, but during the time where the NBA was doing all that stuff, that was like heat of the moment type shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like all this stuff happened, and then them going into the bubble, and then the stuff happened in Milwaukee when the bubble was going on. So and that's when they started the whole they started the whole coalition thing. And I felt like the NBA did like A++ through like the whole bubble, like keeping COVID out, keeping the players there, them playing basketball, still being able to make money as a business, and then even giving their players the that power to do all that stuff, compared to the NFL, to where it's like you like announcers really don't speak on it as much. Like the NFL players like wear like on the back of their helmet. I think like there's like a couple things on the sidelines about it.
Right.
But it's like the NBA is like the epitome of like letting your players do what they want, and like them having like their league like on lock.
The NBA is pulling a lot of cards by doing that. Because it was easy before the NBA did to just say like, what would that look like? Like, how do you do something like that? You know what I mean? But the fact that, like you said, they did that and they did it successfully for months, they set an example of how you can do things. And for other sports to not do it the same way, like we're not saying copycat the way the NBA did it, but not try to incorporate it in a, you know what I mean, fucking gathering moment. Like you could really incorporate in your sport specifically in a specific way that really pops, you know what I mean? But for a lot of people not to do that, I just feel like it's not because they don't know how to, it's more of a choice if they want to or not, because the NBA already set the example. This is exactly how you do it.
Yeah. And I feel like what we were saying and like joking around, like setting the bar high, I feel like the NBA has like really, really done that. And I don't know if you can like make the excuse of like it being a pandemic. Like, I don't know, like, because I feel like most of people would like try to make excuses about it, and like I feel like the NFL is more of a like a I feel like it's more of a slave trade there, bro.
It is.
Like,
I mean, I felt like that for a while now.
Like, I'm just to say how it is. All the owners are white. Like, it just feels like nobody cares about shit.
Right.
I feel like Roger Goodell, like that shit needs to change, bro, in the NFL. Like, cause like if you think about it, bro, they're like the second biggest sports in the U.S. probably. Well, to me, besides like baseball, maybe baseball cracks that top two.
It goes back to that audience that they reach out to. You know, football is deep root in the fucking ugliest parts of the country. It's different than basketball for sure.
Yeah,
And
I
I
mean,
do think
I
if
can see that.
more people called it what it is, it would definitely force somebody's hand to do something. You know what I mean? Because like you said, it fucking breaks the internet every time a new black custodian member gets hired somewhere. Like it's
and
2020.
and I think the only thing that we saw like from the NFL like social injustice type shit, and it wasn't even social injustice, was when they had the all black referees. Like,
Like the fact that made history in 2020 and they play football blows my fucking mind.
like that's the first time you guys had an all black crew.
Since what? You been playing football since how long?
Yeah, I mean,
Come on, you never had all black refs on the field at the same time.
and I mean, like I said, like I don't know if that because people just make shit happen just to make shit look good. You know what I mean? So who knows if like that happened accidentally or like they did it on purpose just for that game.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to tell. Like the NFL has a players association just like the NBA. I think I don't know who's ahead of it, but I feel like I want to say Malcolm Jenkins is ahead of it,
Okay.
but I'm not 100% sure who it is.
I think too that NFL players, they don't have nobody off the field to stand beside them. You know what I mean? Like NBA players like Chris Paul and all these people, when they go off the court and do things, they may have some people from the front office of the NBA representing them. You know what I mean? They may be standing right next to the commissioner, someone who's looked at with the same kind of notoriety and respect that Chris Paul would have, speaking to a different kind of crowd. And
Yeah.
I just feel like NBA players want to take that conversation to the people behind the desk and upstairs in the suit and ties, but there's no one from the franchise that really sticks with their players, that I feel like as a collective the NFL don't stick with their players off the field.
Yeah.
And go vouch for them and advocate for their players.
Yeah, I mean, and even when you look at it, bro, like those two sports we're talking about, like black athletes are like the epitome of the league. Like across the board, like Patrick Mahomes is probably gonna win MVP again this year if they don't give it to Aaron Rodgers. That's a black man, and he just signed for half a billion.
Billy.
$500 million.
They put Billy on his contract.
He got paid $500 million, bro, to be a quarterback in Kansas City. So it's like, it's just, I don't know. I feel like it's not an excuse. Like, I don't know. I just want to see it more.
Yeah.
Like, just do different shit. Like, I feel like the NBA, like I said, it was the heat of the moment. So it was like kind of a thing like press could talk
even
about.
week one, when the who was it? The Texans?
And yeah, it was Texans and Chiefs.
Yeah. Clearly got booed. Yeah, regardless if they were the fans of the away team, doesn't matter what it was.
Yeah,
it's a sign of respect. If they was out there doing the same thing for who knows, policemen or dogs or something, maybe those people wouldn't have booed you. You can't just sit there and say it had to do with sports. It's a respect thing.
And I think that's like kind of my point, because like you don't see it. Like I felt like after that week and like after like a couple of the Steeler players were like supposed to wear Antoine Rose Jr., which is a black kid that got gunned down in Pittsburgh, I think. Don't quote me on that. I'm not like too sure like if I know that, but I know his name is Antoine Rose Jr. And like they're supposed to wear it on the back of their helmets. Like they're supposed to have like different names, like Black Lives Matter, it takes all of us, like just like different series of quotes on the back of their helmets. And like one Steeler player like wanted to change it to like a military guy, that he was a black military guy that got gunned down, or some like something happened to him, and like there was like a whole uproar about it. But like after like those like little like instances, like nothing like happened ever, like nothing like at all.
And if it's something that they really stood by, that would happen over and over and over again. You know what I mean? If this is something y'all really stand by, and if you're willing to put up this fight with your players that are affected by these things off the field, it wouldn't disappear after week 3. You know what I mean? This shit would still be apparent to this day.
Yeah.
It would be a whole fucking riot.
And I'm not taking anything away from the NFL players. Like I'm pretty sure like a lot of NFL players advocate for shit and like, you know, get back to the communities that they live in. I'm saying more or less the NFL as a business
Yeah,
needs to do
me
more.
too.
As a league, they need to do more.
Right.
Like doing a couple commercials, like it's cool. I get it. Like yes, but like I said, I feel like a lot of people can say like, oh well, the NBA, you know, it was voting, it was da 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 da. It's kind of like you're supposed to carry the load. Now, if the NBA comes back, because LeBron, I think I watched a pod. I think it was Jeffrey Richardson's podcast, and he had LeBron on there, and they were talking about social injustice in the NBA and like how they're going to carry on with it when the season starts back up.
Right.
And it's kind of like if the NBA like outdoes the NFL, like after their season's over, like because the basketball season's going to start, I think at the end of December.
I think before Christmas, like the 22nd.
Yeah. So like, there's no way the
They're
NBA should be doing more.
Like,
yeah, I mean,
they're
no,
going
they
to.
are. They will. And it's
Like,
just kind of like I don't get it. Like
both sports will be played in February. So we'll see how, you know what I mean, what could that bring to the table as well.
they're not gonna say shit on the Super Bowl. Super Bowl, they probably won't say shit. Let's just be honest. Like
That's crazy.
these next couple weeks, like they're not gonna say shit. Like even like on the Monday night games, like I'm expecting somebody like the Steelers and Bills just played. It was a great game. Like we lost or whatever, but those are two great teams. You know, a lot of people are gonna watch. So like, why not like throw a little social injustice shit in there, like propaganda almost?
Do you think it's because people are tired?
Tired of seeing it, or like the NFL doesn't want backlash from it?
Tired of seeing it.
Of course.
Do you think NFL is like, nah, we're not gonna post this because we could be a getaway for people. You know what I mean? They don't have to see it. Shit.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, and I think that's what I'm talking about though. Like, you're a global business. You're gonna make money no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what. When the NBA did it, like, I'm not watching NBA. Like, all right, don't fucking watch it. There's a lot of people around the time where Colin Kaepernick nailed, and he got all this hatred for it. I'm not watching NFL, and even people after the fact where he got blackballed and then get brought back into the league. Oh, I'm not watching NFL.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what, these people are going to make money. You can say what you want. Like, you can say, like, you're not going to go places or you're not going to support this. But either way, they're going to make money. Yes, you not watching, it might hurt them a little bit. And you can make the argument of if a number of us stopped doing it, it would hurt them even more. You know what I mean?
But that goes hand in hand because
exactly,
if people are seeing what you're doing, you could lose 200 watchers but gain 500 more just for the simple fact. You know what I mean? You're showing love. You're trying to spread awareness and help make a difference on certain things.
For sure. And they probably even, like, you probably have people just wanting to see the start of the NFL game because they wanted to see Colin Kaepernick kneel, see what he was doing, and, like, what the fuck was going on.
Don't even care about football.
Don't even care.
Right.
Like, that whole, like, month or 2 months or whatever it is when Colin was doing that, you know how much press that probably gave the NFL, bro?
Right.
Like, let's just think about it on that standpoint. Like, they're making so much money, bro.
That's true, and it goes back to we can cut him because we still gonna have people watching.
Yeah, I mean, and it got washed away real quick. It's not
I just think Colin Kaepernick's teammates haven't apologized. I apologize on their behalf because there's no way he goes to his locker room, you know what I mean, and explains why he does this thing and the whole everything, this whole problem, all of it. There's no way he has this conversation with his teammates in the locker room and comes out there and is the only one on his knee.
Well, I think it was 2 other people that did it.
And how many people on the roster?
But that's what I'm saying. Now, do you think he said something, or do you think like he? Okay, because I was thinking like he either said something or he just figured like.
I think the first time people probably didn't even notice because, you know, they got their own pregame routines and stuff like that. Some people keep their eyes shut the whole time. They probably didn't even know what was going on. But after seeing the media pick up, there's no ignoring that because it covers all the way till next game. And I feel like I at least ask him what's going on. Like, why are you doing this? And just to hear him explaining it, I already understood where he's coming from. So there's no way people closer to him than viewers at home on TV didn't get what
Mhm.
kind of message he was trying to pass. And I just feel like he was somewhat let go, like really let down. And I don't think it was a sign of people not agreeing with him.
Mhm.
I really feel like it was from a place of fear because he was doing something that broke the normality of a pregame
Mhm. That
of a national
just a
anthem.
yeah, I'm
And
about to say.
you know what I mean? Just
Mhm.
like I just think a lot of people were more scared than they were. They probably whole bunch of people probably agreed with him, but to really take that action, and I feel like it really instilled a lot of fear in people.
Yeah, and
Which
I feel like the reason why his name is brung up so much is because like it's kind of like he was like the first advocate to like really say it and like
yeah,
really do some shit about it. And the shit that pisses me off on the daily um is just like he explained himself back in the day, which is probably what like 3-4 years ago. I'm not really sure.
yeah, I think it was like 2016.
So like he explained himself even back then. Police brutality. I'm sick of seeing my people dying. The the usual. You know what I mean? The
Right.
usual cry for help that we always do as a minority. That
Mhm.
we've been doing pretty much all of our fucking lives, pretty much.
Yeah.
So the shit that I don't get is when people like with Drew Brees. Oh well, they're disrespecting the flag. Like it's never been about the flag. And like Colin even said that. Like I'm not disrespecting the military. I'm
Mhm.
doing it for this cause and this cause only. So it's
And
just time and time again people say like, oh, it's the flag, or you know, it's
even
not.
if you watch the origin of where the nail came from, he got it from somebody that was in serving the country.
Mm-hmm.
Like Colin Kaepernick didn't come up with the knee and was like, I'm just going to take a knee on this national anthem. He was literally having a conversation with somebody who served our country, and
Mm-hmm.
they told him the way we pay our respects for fallen soldiers and moving forward and everything is to take a knee.
Yeah, and
Which
I think he was sitting at first. I think he was
yeah,
doing like yeah, he was just sitting.
which exactly he was sitting
Mm-hmm.
at first, and that's why the dude, and that's why my man said something to him about what I mean, taking the whole knee, and which is really crazy and would be so head scratching for me if I was Colin Kaepernick just to hear everybody talk about how disrespectful you are to our nation. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But you got this formula for somebody who fought and served the same country, and it's like it's all about appearance. Really, it's just not even knowing any information behind it. They just see who's doing it and where and when, and you know what I mean. It just became a whole bunch of trouble. And I feel like if he was backed up by a lot of people when it had happened, the consequences wouldn't have been what they were. I
yeah,
also feel like for him to explain his situation and get let go, the fact that it's 2020 now and still to this day, you only see a few people still taking that same stance as if things changed, and nothing has changed
nothing.
at all. You know what I mean? You would think like, damn, everybody should come out they pre-games next season taking these. Why would anybody want to stand up?
Yeah,
But at the end of the day, it's just that you gotta do what you gotta do to, I guess, feed your family, and that comes first.
yeah. That was pretty much just like the whole overall of like me seeing that guy's face mask and then like
Yeah,
thinking like, wow, the NFL really isn't doing like a lot.
it's crazy. It's baby steps for sure with them.
Yeah, but I got an alert on my phone that Giannis signed a supermax for 5 years
To
for
where?
not to Milwaukee
Ugh. Who the
for
fuck wants to play Milwaukee?
he signed let me see, 5 year deal for 228.2 million. He'll be getting, oh, that's on top of the 27.5 million he's owed in this coming season.
They gonna give him all the bread for what? For what? What is he? He's gonna average 30 because he rebounds and goes coast to coast.
I mean, hey,
He
he
hit
got
a three the other night. I seen that.
he got a little burner on him.
I seen a three hit the other night. Yeah, I seen you.
So
He's
how do
not
you think
beating
this
nobody.
NBA season's gonna go?
It's gonna be fucking wild. There's a lot of healthy people in jerseys that we haven't seen in uniform suited up. I also think Steph Curry is going to kill motherfuckers because y'all forgot. Y'all forgot.
I was talking to Devon because he's a Suns fan, and he was talking about the Suns, and I was like, "Wait, don't y'all got Kelly Oubre?" He was like, "Nah, Kelly Oubre plays for the Golden State Warriors." I was like, "Ooh, ooh." You want to talk about? It's
And
not Klay Thompson.
I think they got
but it's
James.
solid.
I think they got Wiseman too.
Yeah,
Number 2 pick. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. You lucky Clay down. Hey Clay, heal up, man. Rest up, baby. I'm not even a Warriors fan, but I just want to see you thrive, my guy. Because there's a lot of people hating on you because they don't think you could put the ball on the ground because you don't dribble like Kyrie. You was a bucket guy.
Yo. Yeah, it was definitely sad to see him go down. I definitely wanted to see the Splash Bros back in action. Just seeing threes get dropped from everywhere.
Yo,
like
the way they play
hype.
basketball is crazy. It's just like, for what? Niggas be down 5. Quick. What? Yo, that's a crazy team to have to beat. Like, also the Nets with KD and Kyrie, that's just ankle breaker on Hall of Fame across the lineup. So
do you feel like does Kyrie still have your respect?
Of course. Kyrie got my respect. And he has my respect because I know Kyrie. I'm not full like majority. I don't even know if he's full in majority. That's just a statement I'm saying. Yeah. But I know preseason Kyrie, he always advocates for the team he's on. He's always going to come up with some sob story and why he deserves to be here and how he's going to make y'all better. I mean, his leader is LeBron. That was the guy before him. So that's what he knows what to do. So him and KD, that could be some whole hoopla. But regardless of the fact, I know they're going to kill together. And I do genuinely think they fuck with each other off the court. But I know Kyrie always plays the, can't nothing go wrong situation. I'm home now. Like, he always plays that. I'm tired of it.
The only reason why I asked you that question is because, like, he went from playing with LeBron,
right,
dropping 40 together in combined for 80 and won a championship. During that little stint, said he feels like he's playing underneath Bron. He wants to lead his own team.
Yep.
He gets traded to the Celtics. Gets traded there with a bunch of young guys that are fucking great, by the way. All of them. Terry, Jason, Jalen, Marcus, Al Horford's there.
Yeah.
The bench is solid because you got Terry coming off of it. You got a couple other people. Gordon Hayward's there.
Mm-hmm.
Then Kyrie's like, I can't lead. I can't do it. He gets traded. He goes to the Nets. Next thing you know, KD's getting signed to the Nets. And it's kind of like, can you not lead or can you not handle the pressure? Which one is it? Like,
he wants to be on a mob.
Like, is that what it is?
That's my conclusion. He thought it was all fun and games because look, he hit a crazy ass shot in the finals. You know what I mean? One of the craziest shots anybody probably might have ever seen in NBA Finals history. That's just wild.
Kobe-esque.
Yo.
Kobe-esque.
Wow, what he did. And I feel like he felt the respect wasn't given to him. And he's like, yo, I'm a bad motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just hit this shit. I'm out. I can do this myself, Brian. You tripping. Y'all tripping. I'm out. Yeah. He leaves. He realized that's when shit hit the fan.
This is he's leaving the best player of all time. Let's just get into it. Let's put that
no. We can say that. Yeah, he left the best player of all time. And he got his tail kicked in. He got fucked up out there. He got fucked up.
And now the thing I don't understand is that you go to a team, you try to lead it with a bunch of young guys that are playing like vets. That's like the Celtics aren't trash. Like, let's be honest.
The Celtics are good.
Bro, they're really, really good. Bro,
but he was taking the ball out of everybody's hands.
And that's true. But when you say you want to be a leader and then you go to that team, that's like perfect. That's perfect. What are you leading? Everybody on that team plays like they've been in the league for 5+ years already.
Mhm.
So now you can't lead, and then you go to the Nets, and now you're playing with arguably the second best player in the NBA. Now you're playing with the second best player now.
Crazy. And you know what? He's going to give the same spiel he did when he was in Cleveland, the same one he did when he was in Boston. As long as he stays healthy, shit going to be cool. But I really do think Kyrie has this mindset where he could run himself out of a situation. And I think it's because he thinks he's a lot better than anyone else is capable of thinking he is.
So KD and Kyrie win a championship. Kyrie's gonna be like, yeah, man, I just feel like I'm not number one here.
Here's what I'm saying. Like, Kyrie is gonna get tired of helping KD thrive to be number one when he wants to be number one himself. Right now, it's all fun and game. It's all good because Bron, you know what I mean? He's hanging around the exit. And this is like, yo, the league's up for grabs. We can get us one. You see what I'm saying? But then after Bron long gone, and it's like, Kyrie, you done help KD get 3 of these jumps. You see what I'm saying? How you can't be the bull. Like, you know what I mean? You want to be the bull. Mm-hmm. If you're always going to help KD become the bull, you're just going to be boosting him. The same situation you was already in when you was in Cleveland. You was younger.
For sure.
And I feel like, depending on where Kyrie's head at, that might get to him. And that's why I feel like the Nets and KD Kyrie situation probably won't go longer than 2-3 seasons. Because if he does see where he's headed, it's like, bro, you really going to boost. Because KD got 2 already without you.
No, KD doesn't need anybody.
That's what I'm saying. But Kyrie's career ain't going to be improving. That's what I'm like. You see what I'm saying? The respect I got for Kyrie is going to just be mutual because he's already with KD. No matter what they achieve, like, I can't say like Kyrie's number 3 in the league. You know what I mean? Like, how? He's with KD now. He was with Bron. He had his chance in Boston.
Now, not to keep talking about Kyrie, because obviously, like, we want to keep it going and like talk more about the NBA season.
Yeah.
But do you think, not saying that he has to prove himself to anybody because it's fucking Kyrie Irving, but do you think he has a chip on his shoulder this season to be like, I'm top 3 in my position? Because you got Steph, you got Dame, you got Jamal Murray that's coming up.
Jamal Murray, John Wall coming back from the injury. You got Russ starting over in DC. There's a lot of dudes out here with
Donovan Mitchell, Luka,
Mitchell. You just got De'Aaron Fox just signed the big coin out in Sacramento. I'm not saying he's like, you know what I mean, competing for nothing much compared to them dudes. No, but
these are
names. There's a lot of people out there with something to prove, and Kyrie more than anybody wants to prove it because he thinks, like I'm saying, he's one of the best players in the league right now. He can't it's injuries more than anything. I'm not worried about Kyrie's performance.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna outperform and get the ball in the basket. I think with me is Kyrie performing at that level but staying healthy.
Yeah, for sure. I just feel like him being injured and him not performing the way that he should, because he
missed out on a lot of conversation.
Yeah, I think off memory, like off top, I don't think he did too good in Boston, right?
No, I don't think he did too good, and I believe that's the reason why he left. He didn't like the situation that was going in, being just that go-to guy, and I think he got injured midway through the year. I'm not a Celtics fan, so
I just don't get how you don't like that situation, bro. You got a solid ass team, a good ass coach. Like,
they need the ball.
I understand that, but like, that's a good ass situation, Rome. I mean, he's got I'll say he has a better situation with the Nets for sure.
He does. If Kyrie stayed anywhere for 2 more years, but if he would have stayed in Boston, like around this time now, the motherfuckers would be going to the finals.
Yeah.
On the East. Who would stop them before? And KD probably wouldn't even went to Brooklyn.
No.
If anything, KD probably would have tried to come to Boston.
Yeah. You think so?
Now that in my eyes, if KD came to Kyrie, I could see how he would earn more points in my book. But the fact of the matter is they met together. You know what I mean? We met in Brooklyn.
I feel
And
like
if you look at it, KD gonna run the team. It's his team. I'm never gonna let someone tell me that's Kyrie's team.
he's number 2 in the league. This nigga is easily the hardest nigga to guard in the league today.
Yes.
Besides LeBron.
In the league to guard ever. If there's anybody that ever walked in the basketball gym and was hard to guard, it's Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I mean,
there's no way. How you dribble like Kyrie and you the size of fucking Shaquille O'Neal? You 7 foot. And you don't got the weight and strength.
He's cold hearted. He don't got no emotions during the game. He don't got no emotions. Nothing, bro.
He argues with fans on the spam account. What you think about LaMelo?
Oh, bro, I thought he looked so good, bro.
Yeah, until he shot that nut ass floater that hit the other side of the backboard.
Yeah, but like, none of that shit's gonna happen. None of that shit's gonna happen. Only for the simple fact that he was number 2 pick. Number 2 pick.
Yeah.
3. Anthony Edwards, is it Anthony Edwards, right? That's his name. He went first,
Anthony
right?
Edwards, James. Yeah, he was 3, I think.
3.
He was 2 or 3. I don't know.
I want to say he was 3. But besides the point, well, it's still like on the point of it. Like a lot of eyes are gonna be on him. I feel like the top 5 picks are like they have a lot of eyes on him.
The steal of the draft for sure is Denver getting RJ Hampton. How the fuck do they keep doing this?
Yeah.
Like what? Denver? They just went to the Western Conference.
I still think that like Melo is going to be Bull though. I think he'll be Bull. He'll probably win Rookie of the Year.
I got Anthony Edwards over him.
Do you for Rookie of the Year?
Yeah.
I didn't see him play yet.
He played
Yo, that just goes to show how Portland. That just goes to show how good LeVar is. Your son's a number 3 pick, and he's been getting talked about all week. And he was picked number 3, bro. I haven't seen Anthony Edwards on my TL at all.
You've been watching that behind the back pass getting memorized all week.
He was throwing a couple of good dimes, bro. He looked good. He was hooping. He looked real good. He shot a couple threes.
He is comfortable, and it's because he stopped playing high school early.
And I like him in Charlotte.
He went right to the pros, and you could really see the comfort like in this man's face, like.
We were talking about Lonzo compared to him, and we were saying just like the overall aspect of it, and I was saying like he has a better situation than Lonzo. Like Lonzo went to a predominant like franchise where like they're known for winning. They're like you're wearing purple and gold. Like you're the
number 2 pick.
Yeah, you're the epitome of basketball franchises right now. Like you're on it. You're in LA. Like lights are bright, and I feel like LaMelo doing what he did. Yeah, he went to the pros. He got a little bit bigger. He's heavier than Lonzo when Lonzo first came in. He looks better than Lonzo.
He's more prepared for sure. They utilized. They didn't act like they didn't. They did not know what was gonna happen. I feel like every facility, all that could make Lonzo better. I mean, LaMelo better. They took advantage of it and they used, and you could see it like today. Like this kid is a tough muff. He can hoop.
Yeah, and I think him being in Charlotte is very swaggy for him.
Yeah, you think he gonna give him some juice? He gonna change things up around there?
I feel like people gotta step up for them to be taken seriously. Like Malik Monk.
It's the celebrities. It's celebrities for me.
There's
a lot of celebrities from North Carolina that just need to pop out to the games.
So what you want the baby front row, J. Cole and shit?
Oh, yeah, J.
I feel like they'll pop out like if niggas start hooping. It's not like
I think they pop out LaMelo there.
No, for sure. It's not like Atlanta where fucking Gucci Mane and Quavo's sitting there just because Trae Young's playing.
You need that. You need Trae Young losing every night. He got the Migos there.
I mean, I feel like, but why are you going to the Charlotte I said the Bobcats.
Look at that.
Bro. Look at that. I said the Bobcats.
Keep it a stack. If you just all right, you get past the Trae Young perspective of the team, the Hornets are more exciting to watch than the Hawks.
But that's what I was gonna say though. Like, who was on the Hornets before LaMelo?
Mikal Bridges.
No. Let me rephrase my question. Who was more box office before LaMelo got there?
Terry Rozier. Scary Terry.
Why? Because he signed a big contract? Like, the last person that really to be there and make a name for himself was Kimba. And that's because Kimba played there since he got drafted there.
Yeah, he did a bid.
Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like if they start hooping, and like I said, a lot of people got stuff up. They have pieces on that team where they can be like the Orlando Magic, like be in that question, like be the team that's like, they might fuck around, go 7 games type shit. They might be that team.
Yeah, I definitely got them replacing the Pistons. I got them going to the playoffs. Hornets.
Yeah,
I got like them being the AFC.
I feel like 1 through 6 is locked.
Who's 5 and 6?
5 and 6. I mean, well, you got to think. I'm not putting them in order. You got to think it's Bucks, Heat, Toronto, Celtics, Sixers. That's 5 right there. Am I forgetting anybody else?
Bucks, Heat, Celtics, Toronto, Sixers. No, that's a good 5.
And I'm trying to think. I
Orlando,
swear there's a 16.
Orlando always be popping around in the playoffs.
They're usually 8 to 7 range.
Like 8 to 7, and then you got Detroit. They're 8 and 9. And I'm trying to think. Oh, you got Brooklyn. You didn't say Brooklyn.
That's
Brooklyn
6.
Is 6.
Okay, yeah. So that's why I said 1 through 6 is locked.
Yeah, Brooklyn is 6.
I'm not saying I don't know who's gonna be number 1. Of course, I'm a fan of the Sixers. I don't know where they're land, but I feel like
I got Sixers top 5.
I feel like they'll be 5 or 6.
I don't know. Y'all got a little drama queen with Embiid, man. He a heavy Hollywood bull. Like if he not feeling the situation, that's one thing.
I feel like he means well though.
Strong personality to have though, because he could really be the whole downfall of an entire franchise just for having a bad mood.
I feel like he means it in a good way though.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
he wants to win. He wants the best.
No, and I feel like that's like this thing that he stresses always. It's like I want to win. I want to win a champion, and I want to be a champion in Philly. Like I get it. Like I've heard it before. Obviously we've seen different people in many different sports say like they want to stay here, they want to build a family here. You know, all that other shit.
Kyrie Irving,
Paul George. It sounds good. It sounds fucking phenomenal, right?
Right.
I think being a Sixer fan, like having Joel like fill in that role, because when I was a Sixers fan, and when I say when I was a Sixers fan was the last time where they played the Heat and LeBron was on the Heat and we had like Drew Holiday, Lou Williams. Like we was in the playoffs. That's the last time I was a Sixer fan.
Mm-hmm.
And then like 2017 is when I came back and was like, yeah, let's fucking go Sixers. Like,
okay.
You couldn't have asked me who was on the fucking team between that point and then till when Joel and them got there. I don't fucking know. I can't name one dude. Tony Roten, maybe.
KJ McDaniels.
That's if.
He used to punch shit.
But like those are the only like people that I know, and I feel like having Joel there is kind of like having that superstar mentality, because a nigga can do it. Trust and believe he can go out there and average 20 and 12 immediately. It's
mental with him, man. It's mental with him.
And and a lot of people say like, oh, he's struggling like with weight and all this other shit. I just feel like it's just kind of like somebody has to tell him like get on his ass. Like that's why I feel like Doc Rivers, Daryl Morey.
Oh yeah, I just feel like the situation with Joel Embiid's weight is definitely like a gateway for people just to harp on and come at him. You know what I mean? Like they just need that one thing in the superstar so they can constantly fucking put them down. I just feel like Joel Embiid's weight was out of control, but since then he has helped with that problem, and I don't think it's like still affecting the team as much as it used to.
And he plays in Philly.
Right.
Philly fans hate their fucking star players.
They're gonna tell him like, yo, fucking fat.
I'm telling you for a fact, Philly fans hate their star players. They hate them. I hate them. It doesn't matter how good they play. As soon as they do something wrong,
y'all always
it's
want
over.
the next Kobe. That's what y'all want. That's what y'all want. Y'all just want somebody. Y'all just want somebody to come in there, fucking 6 bags, 6 suitcases, and just have all this shit together. That's what y'all want every time. Every time, it's what y'all want. You want somebody to just have all this shit together.
Niggas aren't patient. And I'll tell you right now, as a Sixer fan, I fucking can't stand Ben Simmons. You can ask any of my friends. I hate this nigga. Man. But I have to understand that it's his 4th year in the league, and him and Joel have been playing together for 3 years. And 2017 was their best year playing together. And why? Ask me why, Rome. Ask me why. Because they had JJ fucking Redick there. That's why they were that's when they were playing the best basketball, was 2017. So, and that's why I feel like, I'm not saying are they gonna get back to that? We don't know. But now that you have Seth Curry, Danny Green, and all these other like little tips and tats and pieces, Tyrese Maxey, Isaiah Joe, like, you low key got some OGs, and then you got some young dogs come off the bench. You
definitely got some strikers around you.
Yeah.
But what you about to do with that, Ben? You know what I mean? Like,
we'll see tonight, 7:30. I'll be.
They play tonight at 7:30.
Yeah, they play tonight at 7:30.
Who they play?
They play Boston.
Wow.
Yeah.
What you think gonna happen?
I'm skeptical on what the starting lineup's gonna be. I'm not sure
Danny
if Doc's
Green's in it. I don't know how Danny Green doesn't come off the bench, but I feel like he will be starting.
Well, his defense is good. Let's look past the shooting and what it is. Yeah, I feel like he played good defense in that Lakers series.
He can't close out worth a damn.
But he can, bro. He got a couple good steals on a defensive break.
It's just his closeout, like because he walks like a pit bull. Like, you seen that fucking Twitter video of Cam Newton's little brother?
Yeah.
They say he walked like a pit bull. That's how Danny Green walks. That's exactly how his legs are built. And like when he runs out on people that are on the 3, they always blow right past him. I think it's just
it's his hair. It's his hair. That shit sucks.
Hair is fucking terrible.
That shit's ass.
Somebody needs to talk to him. They're going to tell him. Oh my goodness, Philly fans are going to give him the fucking worst.
He
better hope COVID fucking multiplies and he doesn't have anybody in the arena during the home game.
Bro, I told Jaron that because Jaron's a Lakers fan. I said, yeah, we picked up Danny Green. He said, damn, good luck with that. I said, shit, he better get his act together. You come to Philly.
They're going to be throwing fucking food on the court at this nigga. Like, they're going to be threatening Doc Rivers if Doc Rivers don't take Danny Green out. Fuck defense, perm. They do not care about that. If he is 0 for 7, they're going to be throwing food at Danny Green, telling Doc Rivers, take him out.
Yeah. But like I said, the starting lineup.
And I'm a Spurs fan. But I will say he did not have none of this bullshit in his system until he left.
Danny gonna be there for sure. He's gonna be starting lineup. Now, the reason why I said I don't know what the starting lineup's gonna be, because I don't know if it's gonna be Shake Middleton, because Doc talks high as shit about Shake.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It could be Shake, Danny, Tobias, Ben, Joel.
That's so big. Pause.
It is. But you got the 2-way guard up top. You can do pick and rolls with Ben or whoever it is. But at that point, it's kind of like
you try Shake Milton at point guard.
Yeah, I feel like he's shown, like, especially at the last part of last season, he's shown that he's capable of playing on the NBA court. Right. He dropped 40 against the Clippers when Kawhi and everybody was there. I feel like he's capable of doing that.
Okay.
I think he's gained like a couple pounds this offseason too, so he's a little bit bigger.
I feel like Shake Milton's like 6'6".
His defense isn't all that, but he can shoot. That's the thing. Like, he's a shooting guard. But I don't think, like I said, I don't think this is going to be the lineup. I think Ben starts the 1 just because it's Ben Simmons. This nigga can pass. He can play defense. He just can't shoot.
Now, do you think this year Ben Simmons has more to prove than Kyrie?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Kyrie's already proven. My point about the whole Kyrie thing and asking about that was, he played with Bron. He left Bron to go for his other team. Now he's playing with KD.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, how do you like? It's like you left from underneath a shadow. You had your own spotlight, and now you're going back into the shadows. So it's kind of like, what do you want to do here, bro? And
Okay.
like, I'm not saying he's ass, like, of course not, but I'm saying like, at some point we got to start questioning this nigga. Like,
That's for sure.
what's going on?
And he has been with fucking amazing players. Like
The Nets team, bro. There's nothing different between the Nets team when he got there, but except for KD, which is a huge part. There's nothing
Right.
different when he went to the Nets compared to that Boston team when he first got there. There's nothing different. You take KD
the
out
Nets
of
would
the,
have been fine without KD. They
But
wouldn't
you-
be as stamped as they are now, but they
But
definitely
that's-
would have been fine.
but that's what I'm saying though. You take
Yeah.
KD out of the Nets equation, it's the same fucking team.
Yeah.
You have Karis LeVert and Spencer Dinwiddie. That's Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown right there.
There it is. Hey, hello.
And then Gordon Hayward is what? Joe Harris?
DeAndre Jordan.
Oh, and they fucking got Landry Shamet too. They got 2 snipers.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, and
Damn, bro,
DeAndre
that's crazy.
Jordan is what? Almost close to Al Horford and probably a little bit less defense.
A better version of Daniel Tice, a taller version.
It's the same
I
situation.
mean, no, they got the young boy off the bench for the
Who?
Celtics. The black boy, not Widowmaker. He's like number 44 or something like that.
I don't know his name.
Tone know who I'm talking about. He be
But
punching on
it's
dudes.
the same situation, bro. It's just KD's there.
Yeah, so it's just amplified.
Pretty much. But back to the Sixers. He's Shake Middleton's 6'5", and I think he gained 10 pounds, so he's 215.
That's a big build.
Yeah, for sure.
I think Russ is going to thrive in his situation.
They
I
have
really
a
do.
good the bull from like I don't know what country he's from.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about. He went like top 5.
I think his name's Denny. He looked real good
That's-
during the practices.
That's absolutely nothing what I was anticipating for you to say.
What,
You
that his
said
name's Denny?
You said Denny? What the fuck?
Yeah. I think it's
I thought
spelled Deni. I think that's his
I
name.
thought you was about to say like a fucking Skyrim spell or something.
No, it's
Crazy
Denny.
shit.
Well, no, his last name is probably highly like weird. So yeah.
Right, you probably gonna bite your lips saying it.
But yeah, I think the six, like you could probably guess the Sixers lineup. It's probably gonna be Ben, Danny, Tobias.
I don't want Danny Green to start. Like I
He's
just feel
gonna
like
start.
some of that Lakers season has to carry some weight into how he's respected this season. Like
I
come
mean,
on.
he won 2
Bench
championships. He won 2 championships back to back.
Okay, so did Patrick McCall.
He has the competitive edge. He started though. He started on both teams he won on.
He always starts. I don't know how Danny Green sneaks his way to a starting
Because he
lineup
played
everywhere
with,
he goes.
How many championships does Danny Green have? How many did he win with
4?
y'all?
2?
He won 2 with y'all.
Yeah.
This nigga has 4 rings. He started on all the teams that he won rings on.
And he got one in North Carolina.
So yeah, he's pretty much Draymond of this shit. This nigga doesn't lose.
Nah. Danny Green might have 1 ring with us. Because him and Kawhi both have 1. Because they left together. I
Okay,
feel
so
like.
he has 3 altogether.
Yeah.
But he's played though. I mean,
Yeah.
And
He's definitely
he's-
competed.
and
He's seasoned.
he shot really, really well. So it's like you had a bad stint in LA, and I
Yeah.
don't know don't ask me what he did. Well, Toronto. I don't know if he did too good in Toronto.
I think it was average. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, so we'll say he had 1 bad year in LA, which is pretty overhyped because like all eyes is on him. It's the bubble. Like
He started
everybody's
good
watching
though. I
basketball.
mean, remember he had that putback that broke the internet. He was
Mhm.
okay. It was really the bubble that fucked him up.
Yeah.
And the bubble fucked up a lot of people as well. Like it also fucked up Rondo. He came back and got hurt right away from that shit. It fucked up Avery Bradley. He didn't even go to the bubble. He was fucking on some whole different type time before the whole league shut down.
I'm mad he left, but I'm also like happy. Like it's kind of like see him like walk off into the sunset type shit.
He ended it while it was good.
I feel like that's what it was with Rondo, which is
Right.
cool.
Is Rondo still in the Lakers?
No, he plays for Atlanta.
Oh man, that's a hurt piece. I'm missing
Atlanta
that.
got a lot of like players that like were good
Mm.
and like sort of like on the end of like their career.
So I bought Cyberpunk 2077.
I heard it was a lot of bad shit.
That shit is literally Danny Green's playoff season with the Lakers.
Well, no, I heard
That
they
is
got.
Danny Green on my PlayStation, and it is killing it.
I heard they had like a lot of fixes and like it's not built for the PS4.
Bro, that's just not built for life.
I mean, I don't know.
The shit. I mean, the patch they dropped a patch, and it helped out like the PC and Stadia for real.
Yeah,
Like, mean,
but the funny thing about that game though, bro, is I had people ask me that never play video games in their life. Yo, what you think about Cyberpunk?
Because it was so well marketed. Like
I don't fucking know, dog.
this shit got me. I never pre-ordered a game like digitally on my PS4, like to the point where it had the countdown and shit. And I did it like 2 days or 3 days before it released, but I was so mad because I'm like, fuck, I never did this before in my life. And the time I do it is one of the worst games to ever be released in history. I was so mad. Like, I could have avoided that shit, but it's whatever.
Yeah, my homie Kyle has it and my homie Izzy has it. But Izzy has he has a PS5. So of course, like it runs good on his shit. But like I was talking to Kyle about it. Kyle's like, yeah, like they're dropping patches for rendering, colors, all this other shit, like shaders. I'm like, bro, that game is a bigger, fucking, more fabulous GTA. That's exactly what that is.
It's GTA literally in year 2077.
We'll just call it for now GTA 6. Like that's what that game is.
For real. I mean, even like the decision making, I feel like they be gassing it. Like I feel like it's one of those games where the decision making somewhat roots to the same conversation. If you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like some games you could be like, all right, what if I pick this? He says this. It's like, all right, but regardless, I feel like this conversation is going to head this direction. You know what I mean? Just because it has to for the game to keep fucking moving. So, but I mean, what do I know? My shit doesn't run longer than 5 minutes before it crashes. So,
yeah, I mean, and it's hard for me to buy games right now. Or like try to do different shit only for the simple fact that like I can't get a PS5. So like I'm not gonna like stress over like playing shit, and like me being a content creator and like streaming and shit, it's kind of hard to like find a middle ground and like do different shit. Like
right.
like a lot of people are asking me like, is it fun to play Call of Duty like when you stream? I'm like, yeah and no. Like it has its plus and minuses, of course, but like do I want to play Call of Duty all the time? No. But and you know that's just a thing.
You want to stream the best, like, you know what I mean, content for your Twitch fans. So it's like, of course you want to be watched playing the newest version of Call of Duty. You know what I mean? Like you want to give people all that access, and I totally feel you on that. Because I want I want a PS5 bad. But that's what happens when we live in a pandemic.
A pandemic. No, that shit's crazy, bro. And hopefully like shit does get better.
I just wish they stopped buying them shits, like reselling them. Like this is not fucking clothes; it's a whole machine.
I just don't know what's gonna happen. Like they did like the first. Did you see like they did like the first like couple shots of the vaccine to people?
No, but I've been seeing the vaccines be transported. Like I've seen them.
They gave it to I want to say 2 people. There's probably more, but I only saw 2 people. It was like a registered nurse. And I think the other one was, I think, another nurse, but like they were in 2 different places. Like one was in New York, I think, and the other one was like in Washington. I don't know if it was DC or I don't know if it was like an actual like Washington.
I got a friend that works at UPS, and like the boxes came through like the airmail and shit like that. They were like all wrapped up and said like vaccines, COVID vaccines, and they had like a special carrier so people can come get them. I don't know where they took them, but they are in Pennsylvania. At least Philadelphia.
How do you feel about that whole situation?
I mean,
like getting like, because a lot of people are like, are you getting it? Or
I'm not. Me personally, I wouldn't get it because I haven't gotten sick. If that makes sense, like I haven't contacted.
No. It makes bro, because that's what I was thinking. I'm like, why am I getting the vaccine if like I followed protocol? I stayed in my fucking house. He got my mask and shit on. Like, why do I have to get it? If everybody else is going to get vaccines, then what the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you have to get a vaccine regardless, it just means like, so all these precautions were for what, really?
And doesn't with these like vaccine shots, don't they have a little bit of the actual virus in it?
Yeah, I think that's how vaccines work. I would assume so because I think the flu works the same way. I don't get flu shots. I mean, I
Yeah,
think people have to
I'm
get
not
those.
too big on that. Like I don't know like what goes into that or whatever. But no, that's the same mindset I had, bro. Like I never had it. Like, do you know somebody that had it before?
That had COVID.
Like personally,
My girl's lash tech.
bro.
Yeah,
But then like they couldn't like smell, taste, none of that shit.
yeah, but I mean, like she's in her 20s, so she just treated this shit like a fucking teenager. It was like, oh, I can't smell nothing, can't taste nothing. Quarantined for 2 weeks and was just back to popping lashes.
Cause like one of my homies got it. He said he was talking to his doctor and like I think it was him that said it, but he was saying like his doctor thinks like once you get it, like you'll never get it again, type shit. Like you're
That's
immune
what
to
I
it.
think. And the crazy thing is, though, I felt like there's a lot of people that have been severely sick and didn't think it was COVID, and that was them getting it and moving on from it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So there's a lot of people that are going around saying they're asymptomatic now, but you were probably sick in like December or February, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? That you totally forgot about. And that's probably when you first had COVID, or I could just be bullshitting.
And
But
they have tests where like they can check and see if you got it before. Cause like with Chase, like he talked to us about like the whole process for like the NFL when they first started, and like when they were doing like the like people could like not go to, I forget, I can't think of the word right now, but like they didn't have to play, they opted out for the season. And
okay.
he was telling us like the whole situation, like their tests and everything, and like they tested all the NFL players to see if they had COVID before.
Mm-hmm.
And of course Chase, he didn't have it. So but the whole thing is with that is like, why is this whole thing of like, oh, if I get it, like I'm immune to it? And it's just kind of like, so what's the point of vaccines? Like, is it just to like the point where like we all have to get it and then we're immune to it? Or is it just like y'all are just trying to give us vaccines just to make us feel better? And it's just like, oh, you guys got the vaccine, like you guys are good to go.
I feel like with me, my perspective of it is a little biased because myself and my family weren't severely affected by COVID. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Mm-hmm.
don't think they're fucking setting up the next zombie apocalypse by putting these vaccines together. I just think what they're trying to do is just have the human species maybe coexist with this virus that's in our, you know what I mean, like our air pollution and shit like that. So the way to do that would be to just give everybody the virus, or like you were saying, small doses of it so they could be immune through a vaccine. But if my family was like affected, like how Carl Anthony Towns' family was, how he lost like 7 members to COVID, I would get a vaccine.
For sure. And especially if my mom
But
passed.
yeah, like, and I feel like there's people out there that have like close family members that caught COVID. So you know what I mean? Like maybe it's something genetically in your bloodline, like your genetics, you're just not built. You know what I mean? Your immune system isn't strong enough to withstand COVID. That's probably why you whatever you did. So I feel like even if I had one of those little red or yellow flags, I would get a vaccine. Like somebody in my family had it that I lived with, I would probably get a vaccine maybe, or just hope that person gets one. Like I think someone that had COVID 2 months ago in quarantine, I think they should still get a vaccine. Like I would
Yeah.
get a vaccine if I was that person, if that makes sense. But me,
I
since I didn't have any like me and COVID didn't fucking tango or nothing, so I'm not
it's
getting no
I mean,
vaccine.
I don't know. I mean, I don't want it. I know that for sure.
Yeah, I don't want it
Like
either.
if that's what it takes to be immune, I don't want it because people have died from it. So I don't want it. And like
People
I
have
don't,
died from the vaccine.
no, people have died from COVID.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're
So
saying.
it's
So
not
you're
like
like, yeah, it's like playing this safe, guaranteed. Like,
I'm not. Yeah, I don't want the shit. Like fuck that.
right.
And like
And
I'm.
then I think
Go ahead.
it should be respected if I don't get it because y'all are out here getting it. So when I do get COVID, I know the vaccine is legit. Why
Mm-hmm.
everybody gonna get the vaccine at the same time and then some shit fucks up like the PS5. You know how people say about the PS5? Don't get it right away because there's gonna be some bugs in it the first couple of months. Everybody get the whole vaccine.
No.
There's some shit wrong the first trial run, but we don't got no good blood
well,
or no good people
well,
around because
no.
we all got it at the same time.
No. Did you see the first three people that did take the vaccine?
I seen that picture of somebody. Was it you talking about the one with the lip?
Yeah, the cerebral palsy.
Yeah, see that the reason why I didn't believe that is because the IG page I seen it on that was sent to my group chat was called Chicago Ghetto Cap 6.
I think it was a I think the CDC released it. I think.
I'm never listening to anybody called fucking Chicago Ghetto Camp
See,
6.
and the thing is though, like what we're like an hour and 10 minutes in, so like maybe we'll save this for the next episode.
Right.
So like we'll keep this idea intact, but like social media plays a big part of like being the news, but it's like you also have to trust social media and its outlets as well as being like a reliable source of like factual information.
Yeah.
Because social media has gotten me plenty of times where I'm like, oh, well, it's not real. Like I had people send me shit like, bro, this isn't real. Like, chill out. I'm like, oh,
Right.
oh, okay.
Nah, that's
thanks.
facts. Social media will have you fucking advocating for the most insane shit ever, or just a couple YouTube videos with good visuals and a well-spoken narrator will have you believing that some fucking wild shit really exists. And it's like,
Yeah.
you can snap back to reality. And I feel like there's probably some people that really got fucked up from having a vaccine, but I guarantee you, in the history of life itself, everyone gets fucked up doing anything.
Yeah, pretty much.
So,
Like I said,
I don't like people are like, oh, I'm not getting a vaccine because somebody got sick. Well, I guarantee you, the medicine you take now, somebody fucking died taking that Tylenol PM that you're about to pop.
for sure. I mean, look at I forget what the one medicine's called, but like they tested that shit on in the Holocaust on people. Like,
I was just watching a video on YouTube about like the codeine pandemic going on in Zimbabwe.
I saw that.
They sell fucking $5 bottles of codeine. And they just take shots of it all day, just getting fucked up.
Yeah. Like I said, like those is like topics probably for a later like episode, probably like next week's episode. We'll keep it in mind.
Yes, sir.
But I think the overall point of like the whole COVID thing is just like, this is use common sense. And no,
Right.
as a matter of fact, that's the message of the day. From the start of the episode, we were talking about the NFL to now talking about COVID. It's been common sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's been common sense up to this point. Where we're talking about
that's
serious shit in
what's
this
been
podcast.
missing.
Yeah, it's common sense. It's with the NFL. It's common fucking sense.
Common
Let's
sense, yeah.
let's copy the NBA. A lot of people
Right.
have been screaming, "Get a bubble, get a bubble." Let's just copy the NBA. It's common sense with COVID. Let me put a mask on. Let me wash my hands. Oh, because it's common sense.
Be
Let
clean,
me not
please.
let me not be a nasty fuck. Okay, that's the topic of the day for everybody that's asking me what the topic was going to be today. You see that? You see when people have genuine conversations and then you just tie a little bow on top for y'all. Common sense is the fucking topic of today.
Yo,
Common fucking
even
sense.
though it has nothing to do with the Kyrie Irving thing, but
yeah, that was
it
just a
is
filler
the message
point.
of the day. Common fucking sense. Please use that shit.
Oh no, you can't tie it to the Kyrie Irving point. It's common fucking sense. Just stay with a good fucking player, Kyrie. You can't do this scenario. It's common sense, Kyrie. If you can't do it, it's fucking common sense, Kyrie. So
Just
you can't
pick
tie
one.
this shit back.
You done had LeBron, yourself, and KD. That is crazy. That's more than what somebody could ask for in a fucking lifetime.
It's common sense, and it clicked for Kyrie. Kyrie said, "You know what? I'm gonna go play with fucking KD. I'm gonna go play with KD."
Kevin Durant.
Yeah, like it's common sense, dog. That's the topic of the day.
Oh yeah,
man.
you did. You tied it in.
You see how I did that? You see how I did that?
As long as people stay clean.
Yeah, man. That's all it is. And I think, yeah, I think we're like an hour 14 in or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, this episode will be out Thursday like usual. Of course, stay tuned for next Thursday. You know, we're coming every Thursday, man. We're coming. We're gonna pump these bitches out. We're gonna get them done. Get them out there to y'all.
We're gonna figure it the fuck out, man. Common sense. That's all we needed. That's what if we would have used common sense from the start of this shit, we would have had the fucking method, the fucking message from it from the beginning.
Yeah, common sense and confidence, nigga. Double C's out this bitch. Yes, sir, nigga. Okay. Look at us putting shit together.
I didn't even see my fucking face in 20 minutes on this, but it's all right.
Nah, it's all good. But we're going to wrap up the podcast. I got like a couple of quotes I want to read to people to like motivate them for the end of the year type shit.
Bring it in.
The first quote is by Eric Thomas. It says, "This cannot be the year of talking, of wishing, of wanting. This has to be the year you get it done. You have to get it done this year in 2021. because 2020 you was held back all this time. You couldn't really do the things that you wanted to do. Maybe you wanted to travel. Maybe you wanted to go see your boyfriend that lives across the country and you couldn't go see him because of flight restrictions. Go out, right. Go get it done this year. Go out and go get it done. If you haven't started it during this pandemic of your hobbies, like a podcast, a stream, a music career, go get that shit done in 2021. Because you had mad time to reflect on it in 2020 of being in your crib. You had a lot of sorrows, thoughts, dreams. Go get that shit done in 2020. It has to get done. And then I have another quote.
All right.
I think it's Ajam Crowd. I don't know how to pronounce your name.
From Reddit?
No, it's from Pinterest.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It says, whatever that is hurting you or bothering you now will not last for long. Everything has an end. Everything has an end. This does too. So whatever is like hurting you in life, whatever you're going through in life, like everything has an end point. Everything must come to an end. And when you're at work and you're like, fuck, I got to do this 8-hour shift. Bro, relax. This shift's going to end. Time is going to keep going. Over.
Right.
Yeah.
That's crazy because it reminds me of an acronym called, the acronym is for the word HOPE, and that means hold on, pain ends. And it just ties in exactly to what you were saying.
Yeah, so 2021 has to be the year that you guys go out, thrive, have hope, and whatever's holding you down in 2020, trust and believe it's going to end. Okay?
It is. And just know, like, if shit can get this bad, why can't it be just as good?
For sure. If this is your lowest point in life,
like,
no, deadass. If this is your lowest point in life, trust and believe your highest point of your life is going to be very, very good and generous to you. So just keep pushing.
If you can survive bad years, you'll definitely be able to live in a good one.
Yeah. So, like I said, keep pushing. Keep listening to the podcast. We're gonna try to help you all out with all this shit going on. Have common sense, have confidence. Yes, I'm pretty sure we'll find some other shit to tie in for next episode for y'all.
We will.
My name is Permanent Don. We're gonna end it here.
Rome.
Peace out, guys. I'll holler at y'all. Be easy, be safe, wash your hands, wear a mask, my nigga.